Hey everyone, it's Melissa here coming at you with another pick card. Guys, I have a feeling this one's going to be extremely emotional. This one's going to be on how does our animal feel about us, our pet, our loved one, our pet, past or present. So, pick one pet, it's up to you if you want to pick more than one pet, but maybe only one might come through with this reading. But pick one that you want to, really know, how they're doing, where they're at, how they used to feel about you while they were here or while they're here right now. And we will tap into kind of those messages. Before we get into that, a couple things to note. Please check my description box. You will find all the information on how to reach out to me, where to find me, how to book with me. I offer several types of readings, services, palmistry reports, private readings. I also have a Patreon account, that is for exclusive videos that I won't be releasing to the general public. That can be all found there, as well as my Instagram handle. If there's anything that you enjoy about this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And comment. I love reading your guys' comments. It's the best part of doing this job, okay? So if anything resonates or touches your soul, please let me know. I would love to read that and know that it's resonating with all of you. So without further ado, let's get started by picking pile 1. Okay, guys. Let's see what's going on with you guys. So I want you to be very patient here, okay? Because we're reading for multiple, thousands of people here, okay? So please be very patient. We're gonna get to all the different scenarios because, like I said, this is a general reading. So if the first thing doesn't resonate, just stick around. The next thing might, okay? So I'm immediately picking up here the most specific thing I'm seeing, whether this dog is, or this animal has passed or whether they're here still, is that you are the epitome of, an owner to them. There's a lot of respect. I feel like with the World card here, there's no one else rather they would have had for an owner than you. The love is immense. It's immense. It's like they almost feel so special to have been chosen by you. It's like winning the lottery, honestly, with that Wheel of Fortune card there. Wheel of Fortune is present. You could be a person who's juggling a lot of things, okay? Or when they were here in this life, you were juggling a lot, but you never hesitated to give them the attention that they needed. Look at how on the Strength card, that woman is just, giving him the attention, the love that this animal needs. There could be a few of you out there who owned a bird. Okay, we have a bird here. And you're making time. Nine of Pentacles, this is a very busy person, okay, who has a lot going on, but still is able to kind of balance themselves out and give that pet what they need, which is love. It's simple. It's love. Now, there could be a few of you here who, have lost this pet. We do have that 5 of Cups there. There's a man or a woman cloaked in black, still mourning the loss of this animal. This animal, I feel like came into your life, whether, they're alive or not, when you kind of weren't expecting it. And I feel like you didn't really expect for it to touch your soul the way it touched your soul. You might have kind of come across this animal from someone else, or maybe it was kind of dropped in your lap and you didn't really know how you would juggle it, but you didn't realize that in time you would grow to love this animal so much that it'd be like a part of you if you lost them. I think if whoever's watching this, if you've lost an animal that you're inquiring about, you feel like a part of you is gone. I respect animals and I don't think that they should be abused whatsoever, but I'm not necessarily an animal person that I would have one in my home. But I'm telling you, through this reading, I'm feeling the pain of what, whoever's watching this, I'm feeling that pain. Now, past or present, okay? Like when I say past or present, I mean alive or on the other side. There's something about communication. And because you're represented by the Queen of Cups as well, this animal wants to say thank you for talking to me. You know, we don't always talk to animals. A lot of people don't. You know, they pet them. They say, come on, here's your food. But nobody really has discussions with their pet. I'm seeing someone who's very communicative with their animal, you know, talking to them about, you know, and, you know, there's people who do this with babies too, I noticed, you know, but I'm going to tell you something. Not everybody's like this. This is not normal. Okay. This is rare. They appreciated the way that you used to talk to them, the loving words. You might have had a lot of nicknames for this animal. You might have said a lot of loving things like, you're so beautiful. I love you. You're the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. These kind of words, it stays with them. It stays with them. But it also adds to why they feel like they were so lucky to have you as an owner, because like I said, not everybody does this. Now, I'm going to talk right now to the people who still have this animal with them. They want you to know that you don't have to worry, okay? You're doing actually an excellent job of juggling your life and juggling them. And they really appreciate it. They really appreciate that you still remember them. They know you're busy. They know you're driven. They know you know, are... Let me tell you something about animals. You know, people think animals are stupid. They know exactly what's going on with us, okay? When we're having our lives and, you know, we're going through things. They know everything that's happening. Please do not underestimate your animal, your dog, your cat. They know everything what's going on, okay? Now, I have like a message here, which is kind of strange. So this is for the people who still have this animal with them. They want you to kind of like slow down in a way and realize that you need to kind of make more time for yourself, but you also need to make more time for other people. So yes, you make time for your ventures and your endeavors and them, but they want you to let more people in. So I don't know if there's a part of you that's closed off in some sense to that, but they want you to kind of open yourself up. So that's interesting. Now, to the people who have lost their animal, this animal's still with you, If you're feeling any kind of situations where you kind of hear them or you feel them, that's them, they're saying. Especially, there's something about around the feet area. So if you're sitting and you feel like, sometimes you feel like something's on your feet, that's just them sitting there. But they're very much around and they'll never leave you. You are very special. They could never forget you. And another thing, if this animal has passed, okay, and stick around to the people who still have their animal here, because we're going to be drawing more cards. They actually want you to open your heart actually to letting someone else in, like another animal. I don't know if you've been considering or you feel like you're not ready to let another animal in, but they're saying that there's another animal. Okay, this is bizarre. Never have I ever in my pick of cards channeled from the other side. So with this pile, I'm feeling with the animal, this could be only for a few of you, but with the animal that has passed, they want you to open your heart up to another animal. They say it's okay. They know you won't forget them. Even if you know, offer your love to a new animal or a new pet or a new dog, cat, whatever, bird. They say it's okay. They won't be offended whatsoever. So, and even if you've been thinking about it or you have another pet, they're okay with this pet. They're okay with this pet. But let me tell you something, they will never forget you. They rode through a lot of the stuff that you went through in life. They experienced those, you know, situations with you. They say you're very strong, very strong. Okay, I'm not feeling guided to say any more with this. I'm going to now draw from these cards. These are the Talking to Heaven cards by James von Praagh. Yes, they have to do with, you know, messages from the other side, but they can work towards, you know, even if you have an animal here already, okay? So let's just Let's just draw. I'm going to draw whatever this one is sticking out to. Oh, there's two. Okay. I am with the rest of the family. I can see all of your thoughts. So this is really beautiful. This actually can go towards both sides. With the animals that have passed, they're with the family members. So if you're wondering, you know, who's taking care of them, you know, sometimes we have these 3D thoughts. They're with other family members who might have known them or might not have known them. You could have had a grandmother who didn't know this dog, but because this dog was so important to you, they're sticking around with your grandmother until you're ready to come over there, okay? I see all of your thoughts. This is very, 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 very serious, okay? This is a very, very serious card in the sense of what I was talking about. This animal feels very connected to you, okay? They know exactly what you're going through in life. They hear your thoughts. They see your thoughts. They are very empathic towards you. They pick up on all the vibes, okay? So whether you're having a bad day or you're having a good day, they're there, they're aware. And it's almost like a connection here, like a very strong connection, okay? Because for a pet to be able to see all of your thoughts, like to be like that, yes, they are like that anyways, but this goes deeper. This goes deeper. And this one can apply also to the pet that has passed, but they're very much still connected to you and they'll always be connected to you. So, you know, eventually down the road when this pet, you know, if something happens to them, they will always be, they're connected to you somehow. And you might even feel like when you are with this pet, you feel something familiar. And I'll tell you something, pets can come from past lives. They can. I had that with a stray cat one time. I felt a connection, like I knew that cat before. Okay, so there's very much a strong ties here. And I think it was a beautiful reading. It was actually a really great pile to start off with. So let me know what you thought, pile one. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile two, let's see what's going on with you. Oh, goodness. This is a very deep energy, very deep energy. Oh, we have a lot of cards here. Okay, guys. So I'm going to be talking to the people who have a past pet and people who have a present pet. Stick around, please. You know, thousands of people watch this. I have to apply it to everybody. So while the first message might not resonate, just be patient. Plus, we're drawing more cards as well, okay, after this. So let's talk to the people who still have their pet around. This pet came into, looks like a family. Now, so I don't know if this would indicate, you know, a family pet where you've had this pet since you were a child, or they came into a family. Now, I'll tell you something, this pet is actually really rambunctious. You know, they could, with the tower, they could have a type of destructive personality where, you know, you're finding shoes that have been eaten or they scratched up your furniture. Very rambunctious. It could be, you know, playful energy. You know, it just could be the personality of the animal, okay? That's trying to come through this reading to kind of grab your attention, to kind of like say, hey, you know, oh, that resonates, you know? But the funny thing is that you can't help but love this animal, you know? Whether they're all over the place or they're barking like crazy, you know, this tower, it's like, it could be as small as like, you know, a cat who's just making those noises all day long and you're just like, shut up, you know? Or, you know, the dog is just, you know, sniffing through the garbage, or, you know, is not trying to like use the washroom outside properly. They're doing it inside, but you can't help but love them. With the Page of Cups here, it's like, you just can't help but love this animal, you know? This animal is very, very content, but they want you to know that there's something about this behavior that they can't control. There's something actually that's also hidden that you might be finding out about soon. So I don't know if this is like, guys, you're going to have to be patient with me because I don't know much about pets, okay? You know, I had them when I was a child, but I haven't had a pet in like, you know, 15 years. So it's hard to kind of remember this kind of behavior, but there could be a reason for this behavior. And it could be as simple as maybe, eventually you'll start to say, hey, throw your hands up and say, I need to go to a trainer or something. Or maybe they have something that is hurting them in their body. And this is kind of what, makes them the way they are. Or they could just be a puppy, it could be as simple as that. But this animal really loves your family, And it's interesting too, because, with the 10 of Cups, it's almost like when this animal came in, it brought joy into the family. Everybody was more happier with it around. Like, you guys really love this animal, And, if only it could stop this behavior that it does. That's the interesting thing. So this is like for the people who have their animal still presently here. This dog loves you. This cat loves you, whatever. It could be a gerbil, hamster. I have no idea. Loves you dearly and feels very lucky to be in your family. But they want you to know that there's something about their behavior that they can't help. Okay. And they don't want you to kind of, I don't want to say like get mad at them, but maybe like dig deeper to see maybe if there's something going on, like maybe they're calling out for a trainer, they need a trainer. Like I know dogs, they need trainers most times. Okay. Most humans are not able to train dogs. This is why, I hear them everywhere, just running after squirrels, barking at other dogs, and the humans are like just struggling on the leash, so it could be a trainer situation. Now, I'm going to talk to the people who have had, chosen to look at this, pick a card for an animal that has passed. You are blaming yourself immensely. It's like, I don't know if this is fresh pain or if it's a pain that has not gone away, but this is like really serious, guys. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords here. We have the 10 of Wands here. We have the 8 of Swords. It's like, I'm guilty. I feel guilty. I don't know if there was something hidden about this animal's death that maybe you didn't see or you felt like you should have seen earlier, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're like reflecting on this a lot with this 8 of Cups. This man is just kind of walking away. He's deep in thought. He's not doing well. And I feel like there's a lot with blame here. Okay, so if this is resonating, guys, I feel like you picked, or you were guided to this reading for a reason, okay? Because there's something about the the guilt that needs to be cleared during this reading. I'm being told right now, okay, like I've never experienced this before. It's happening again now. It happened in pile 1. I'm feeling and being told or guided to say that even if there was something hidden about this animal's death that you didn't see or that you didn't, know or take charge on, it doesn't matter. It was their time to go. They came into your life to impact you. By the way, those things that I said here about the dogs that are here presently, they could apply to you too. When it was here, it could have had this behavior that I just described. So yes, it doesn't matter, okay, because with the High Priestess here, something was hidden about their death. I don't know if maybe they went misdiagnosed or, you feel like you didn't take them to the vet quick enough or something, but no one's blaming you, especially not this animal. This animal is in a better place, very happy. Animals are always going to feel or be more happier on the other side than they were ever here, okay? But they still have the ties to you. So they're aware of what's going on and they don't want this anymore. They do not want this anymore. It actually hurts them when you keep thinking about, what could I have done? What could I have done better? Oh my God, guys, this is getting emotional for me. You blame yourself. I mean, look at this. This guy's all stabbed up. This guy's like overburdened with this heavy basket of guilt. All these knives are inside this person's body. You really are blaming yourself. So there's something here that needs to be, worked out. I don't know how you'll go about doing that. I mean, I hope to God, if this is resonating, my reading could do that for you, because no one should live like this, you know? And I don't want this to turn into something that's like a health condition because of all of this guilt, okay, that you're having internally. This can manifest into, you know, sometimes it can manifest into physical pain. So just, you know, physical symptoms or creating some sort of disease in the body. So be careful with that. But this dog or this dog or this cat or whatever this pet was wants you to know that they love you, and it doesn't matter what happened. You're still special to them, and there's nothing you could have done. That's the main theme. Now, I'm going to draw cards from this deck. It's called Talking to Heaven by James Von Praagh. These cards are beautiful. They work whether you are talking about a pet that's present right now, or a pet that is on the other side. So let's just draw, let's just shuffle here and see what comes out. This one's calling me. I'm going to draw one more. That one right there. That one's drawing me. I send you loving signs through nature. It is beautiful where I am. I had a really sneaking suspicion that one would come out, only because of when I felt that energy of where they were. It was, you know, like no more suffering, just beautiful. And like I said, like any pet or any person is going to want to be on the other side more than they were ever here. It's going to be more comfortable, okay? They don't have to worry about, you know, the 3D things that happen here. Now, with this card, I send you loving signs and nature, through nature. This, I feel like, could be extended to also, you might always see dogs or cats that resemble them, that maybe pop up in your feed, or, you know, maybe you see them, you know, on your Instagram, like I said, your feed, or in person, okay? And you're just like, wow, you know, that looks just like my Benny, or that looks just like my Jenny, you know? Now with these cards, these are definitely towards the animals that have passed. I wouldn't say that these are for the animals that are still here. This is definitely for those past animals. So they are trying to tell you through this that they're still here. They still love you. They're still around because they're sending you signs. And they also, it's very important for you to know that where they are, they're at peace and it's beautiful, okay? And you don't have to worry about, you can let this go. You can really let this go, you know? And if you want to maybe get another animal, or if maybe right now you're not feeling guided to, or you're not feeling comfortable, in time, maybe try to do that. It might help you, okay? Because I can see here whoever picked this pile, you really love animals. You really do. You really love a pet. You love the love that comes from an animal. It's beautiful, okay? So pile 2, that was a very, very deep read. And, you know, let me know what you thought. I really hope my reading helped you. Okay, pile 3, let's see what's going on with you. We will be talking to multiple people here. Animals who have passed and animals who are presently around. So please stick around. Don't just click off. We'll also be drawing cards from this deck. But please stick around because, you know, while the first thing might not resonate, the second or third thing might, okay? Now, this pet, I feel like, came into your life at a time where you feel like was synchronistic. Synchronistic in the sense where maybe you weren't going through a good time and this cat or dog came in to kind of fill that void with love. Or it could be that when you saw this animal for the first time, you felt something. You felt like a vibe or a connection. Also, this could be, you see, like with the Queen of Cups here, you know, she's in a place where Maybe she's not feeling like she's getting what she needs from other people. She's a giver. She's not really a taker. But if you give her, she'll take it, but she's not going to ask for it. So this animal really came in to kind of fill the voids of the Queen of Cups, okay? What she kind of lacks from other people. This animal was like a best friend. I don't know if you took this animal everywhere, but I mean, even with the Strength card, the way she has this tiger with her, it's a representation of the pet, you know? It's like he goes everywhere with her. He's just following her around. Now, for the people, this can go, what I'm about to say right now, this can apply to both past and present pets. They want you to kind of, in a sense, see your worth. There's something here about seeing your worth. This animal wants you to know that your worth is abundant and to stop accepting these cups from, I feel like, losers. I don't know why I'm saying losers. Listen, if your pet is present right now, I want you to know something, okay? Please do not think your animal is stupid, okay? In the sense that they know exactly what's going on with you. You could be on that phone call, fighting with that person or whatever, going through a death, I don't know, losing money, you name it. They are very aware of what's going on. I don't want you to think that it's just like, you know, they're there with, you know, minimal, you know, intelligence, just looking for food and water. No, they know. So there's something about your life. And like, again, this is for people who have lost a pet. This is coming from a person who lost a pet, and also the pet is present, okay? You need to kind of step up your game and stop accepting less than you deserve. Like, this is interesting. I didn't expect this to go this way. We have a lot of offerings here. You see the Nine of Cups. We have a cup being offered here. We have a man chasing this woman here, but he's just not in good shape, you know? And it doesn't mean physically. It means honestly on the whole levels, okay? They want you to kind of like start knowing your worth. Start knowing your worth. The way they see you in their eyes, they want someone like that for you. Isn't that funny? Like, that's so beautiful and cute. That's so beautiful and cute. You know, we have a horse here. You know, this could be also maybe one person out there who has a horse. The horse, you could have a pet that's a horse. Like I said, this is any pet. Bird, gerbil, whatever, okay? They love you immensely, but they're not happy with you in the sense that it's like you're not being who you can fully be. Guys, like, I don't even know sometimes what's going on with these pick a cards because, you know, it's only when you guys write me and tell me that this resonates, you know? Now, I'm going to kind of jump now to the people who have lost the pet. You're still reeling from this pain. You're still reeling from this pain. You're putting on a brave face, but there's like a part of you that's missing. And I feel like with the Six of Swords, you've checked out mentally. So I don't know if you're numb to it all or you just are really just not doing well with it. But I also feel like you're not talking to anybody about it. It's like you're keeping the pain within. There's something about this animal, the way that they gave this love to you. I mean, past and present now, okay? I'm talking about past and present. There's something about this way that this animal was so loyal to you. It's almost like if when you were sad, they would know and they would come right up to you, give you like cuddles and hugs. They knew exactly what to do. And now when you feel like that, they're not there, you know, like physically. That's so sad, guys. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry to get emotional, but like I knew ahead of time when I did this reading, it was going to be like that. They say that it has the messages that I'm getting from the animals, like both past and present, is like there's something that needs to start within you. You need to heal. You need to heal. Wow. If you're on your way and you're on it, you're working on yourself, that's good. This is something that they really, but they just kind of are trying to make these messages come through so that it can kind of resonate, so that you can kind of like, not understand it, but, resonate with it, okay? To kind of understand and say that this is really from them, okay? Now, not all of you are going to resonate with this. I can guarantee you of that, because when I get like this and I get emotional, I realize this is just for a few people, because this is almost like I said to you. I knew when I started that this was going to be emotional, but I've been tapping in from the other side, and I've never done that in a pick a card, okay? That's usually, I say that from my private readings. It doesn't happen like this. So I feel like I've said enough with this pile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to these cards, okay? Now, this is my Talking to Heaven deck. It's by James von Praagh. It can work towards both, whether your animal is here or not. Okay, so let's just draw 2 cards. And let's see what messages are. This one's calling my name. Oh, there's 2. Okay, so that's all I need. Wow, we have the horse again. I'm not saying that your animal's a horse, but there could be one person. And that is a little too coincidental. A little too coincidental, okay? Look at this. Believe in yourself, you can do it. That's exactly the message that I was saying, okay? It's vibing with that. Believe in yourself, you can really do it, in the sense, of, be whatever you need to be, we're not functioning. I feel like your pet doesn't feel like you're functioning from your potential, on the level of your potential, okay? So please start, because there's nothing better than being in alignment with who you are, so that you can start attracting what you need, okay? Because right now, I just don't feel like you are, especially with this card. This always points to me like toxic situations, okay? As a soul, I can be in several places at once. So this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. This is basically just right there saying that, even if I'm there and you think I'm there, it doesn't matter, because I can be here with you too. So if you are feeling things around you happening, whether that be, someone's touching your arm, or you feel like you hear them, or you see them, or you see their name, it's them, okay? Please take that as a sign, because that is a specific message to indicate something like that. So when you're wondering if they're over there and they can't be here, they're here. They're here as well. Like they said in the card, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So that was really beautiful, pile 3. Like, forgive me for getting emotional. I don't know what happened there, but let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 4. Let's see what's going on with you. Whew, I just broke down in pile 3. Interesting. Okay. So please stick around. I will be talking about past pets, who are not here with us no longer, and also present pets that are present in our life at this moment, okay? So this is interesting. I'm picking up a few things with this pile. So I don't know if this dog or this cat was of a higher breed. It shows you're coming into a family, and it's interesting because we have 2 dogs, but because it's represented by pentacles, it tells me that it was more of like a lavish breed. So this animal could have cost extra money to get. It could have been an animal that was on the higher end of price just because of its breed. Even these dogs look like a higher end breed. And that could just be something simple for a couple people out there, so that you can resonate that this is the pile that, you should have picked. It was right, okay? Because your pet aligns with what I just said. Now, there's something very symbolic about how they showed up into your guy's life. With the Temperance card here, I feel like It's almost like on a soul level. And it's like, look at the cups that are filling with water. I mean, with the Ace of Cups here, this is like so special, you know, so special. It was like they were able to just kind of appear and fix things. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I mean, it could be someone was maybe healing from something. This could be maybe even like a dog who, you know, dogs are healing. They are that type. I mean, any animal is, but it could be a situation where maybe one maybe had depression secretly, and this dog just changed that. I mean, there's a reason why animals go into hospitals, okay? There's a reason why animals, they even put animals in jail, okay, to help like with rehabilitation. So there could be something here going on, okay, with the presence of this animal, both past and present. The love, it was like, you'll never forget it. You'll never forget it. Now, this is interesting to me here, okay, with this Seven of Swords. This can point to many different things. This can point to the fact that, you know, your dog was stolen or went missing, or something shady happened with the dog or the cat, okay? And I don't know what that is. It could just be that they just poof disappeared, or like I said, that they were stolen. Another thing that this can point to is that this could be the animal's personality coming out. It was a little bit more mischievous. So what do I mean by that? Taking your new high heels, you know, eating them, and then like kind of burying them in the backyard, or I don't know, in a closet, and then you just find them and you're like, what the hell? But there was like nothing that you could do about it because you loved them so much, you know? So it's just another indicator coming out in the pile that says, it's me, okay? If this is resonating, it's me. You picked the right pile. Now with the Empress card here, this is beautiful. This applies to, again, both past and present. They're very happy to be here. Like, she was my mom. She was my mommy. If you're a man watching this, they looked at that too. Like, you were my mom. You were my everything. You took care of me. You fed me. You made sure I was okay. You always doted over me. I mean, we could have a person here too where you have these types where they buy clothes for the animal too. Like, they like to dress them up. It's like a baby, you know, like a baby, a fur baby, okay? This is so beautiful. This is really beautiful here. Now, there could be children. There could be children around. There could have been children. This could also indicate to that you received this pet when you were a child. But now I'm kind of moving on to, all of this applies, okay, both past and present. But this would indicate to me that you're still heartbroken about this animal. You still think about this animal all the time. This card refers to the people who have lost the animal that they picked in their mind when choosing this pile, okay? And with the Moon card here, it's interesting because we have the dog. We have the dog sitting right here actually in this card. And there's a little girl, you know? I mean, that could just be you inside of a grown woman, okay? But there was a connection. And I feel like this animal is saying that that connection will never be broke. It doesn't matter if I'm not here, okay? And if they are still here, the way you two are together, it's actually quite cute and funny. So you could have like a dynamic that other people think is funny, or like in a sense where you could not have picked each other better. Like maybe you're great for the pet and the pet is great for you, you know? So this is really cute. The love is still flowing. The love is still flowing. Whether this dog or this animal is here or not, the love is still flowing. Your heart, you might feel little things, you know, that remind you of the animal. And it's like there's somehow, some way, even when you're not with them, or if they're gone to the other side, you still feel them. You're still connected somehow. Maybe they show up in your dreams. But they want you to know that you are the best mommy ever. You are the best mommy ever. That is such an interesting dynamic. I've never heard that before coming from a pet. Okay, I'm going to move on from this. I really want to get to these cards. These are the James von Praagh cards. They're talking to heaven. they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And they help a lot with, you know, spirits who are on the other side, because your animal is definitely a spirit, but this will also apply to if the animal is still here. It can still apply that way too, okay? So let's just draw 2 cards and see what happens. Oh, that one came, and this one's calling me. So it says, don't be afraid, and then it says, I have no more earthly worries. So don't be afraid. I feel like this is more talking. Well, no, this can talk to both sides. For the people who still have their animal here, it says, don't be afraid, as in the sense of losing me. Now, I don't know if this points to maybe your animal will get sick in the future, or maybe it's sick right now, but it's saying to not be worried. Do not be worried. Enjoy the time, okay, right now. I have no more earthly worries. This is definitely pointing to the people who have lost their animals, okay? Whether this animal was very sick or didn't kind of, you know, leave this world in a nice way, or like I said, you know, something very weird happened here, okay? I don't know if there was something, you know, hidden, or maybe, you know, you weren't aware of maybe how sick it was and it passed. Don't blame yourself, okay? Maybe you might wonder how this dog is doing or this cat is doing over there. They're wonderful. Anybody who is on the other side is gonna feel like $1,000,000 compared to this hellhole, okay? Especially animal spirits, they have more options over there. You know, when animals are here, it can be very scary for them, because they're in the same position children would be, where, you know, they need to rely on people for food and drink, and, you know, just treat me nice, you know, just because they're in a vulnerable position. So where they are right now, it's just stunning, okay? Especially with these sunflowers. They want you to know. And there's something about the sunset here. I don't know why that's sticking out to me. I feel like, okay, I'm getting some weird message, and I don't know if this is targeted to just one person. This has been happening in every pile, which I'm completely shocked about, because, you know, in my private readings, that's different, but to be in a pick a card, that's very strange for me. But there's something about the sunset. For the people who have lost their animal, they said they're saying to you, think of me when the sun sets. And I don't know if there's something special about the sunset. I don't know if you used to watch the sunset with your dog, but think of me when the sun is setting. So I don't know what that is. Guys, this has been very overwhelming for me as a reader, but also quite beautiful at the same time. I'm so honored to like bring forth these messages. You know, I hoped it helped in some way. Let me know what you thought, guys. And, you know, thank you so much for watching.